Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Elders Boxing. We back with another one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we're going to touch on these new WBO rankings that just came out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go down each division and all that good shit. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the playback, feel free to drop a comment there as well. It's all appreciated. So we're gonna start with the heavyweight division. We got Alexander Usyk, the three-belt champion. We're waiting to see what's gonna happen with him and his WBA mandatory Daniel Dubois. They have a purse bid that's set for next week, I believe. Yeah, next week, the 25th, May 25th. So we'll see. And once that happens, we'll start seeing some domino effects. If it do happen, if it don't, we'll see what happens with that. Zilly Zhang is the WBO interim champion. He just beat Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce had a rematch clause. He's going to exercise that, so we'll probably see that next. Probably in the fall. I'm guessing in the fall for that one. You know what I'm saying? It was talks about Zhang facing off against Tyson Fury, but I don't even know. We never know with Tyson Fury like that. Um, we have a new entry. We have Zon Kalabuski. Now we know he's about to face Jared Big Baby Anderson on July the 1st. He also have a fight schedule, I think June the 3rd in Germany. I don't know if it's gonna be a tune. I don't know. I'm guessing it's a tune-up. Just want to stay active. You know what I'm saying? His competition been kind of weak anyway, so it's probably ain't nothing too crazy. But he got Jared Anderson, so him coming into the rankings, I mean, that's just a short indicator of this fight with Anderson is probably, for a top five WBO ranking, because we know how top rank get down with the WBO, all that good shit. Anderson already have the international, so you know what I'm saying, it's just another, just gonna boost his standing in the ranking. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? And that can be a pretty good fight. Kalabuski is southpaw, you know what I'm saying? 6'4", I think like 6'3", 6'4", and he got all knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Big Baby Anderson got all knockouts as well. Aslanbek Mahmudov, he's gonna be on that undercard. Anderson versus Kalabuski. He got Raphael or Jep. I can't say his last name, but he's from Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? So he got him. So you know what I'm saying. Mahmudov threw a lot of punches. You know what I'm saying? He threw a lot of punches. He's big and strong. So we'll see what's up. David Adjale, he's number 12. He got a fight coming up as well. I think it's like June 17th or June the 9th, something like that. It's on the Queensberry promotion on BT Sport. Excuse me. It's on BT Sport, so he's staying busy. You know what I'm saying? Joseph Parker is coming back next week, May 24th, down in Australia. Let me see who else got something. And I think that's it for the heavyweights who got fight dates coming up. So we'll see what happens, man. D-Lo in the building. What's good with you, bro? Haplotype, salute to you. What's good? All right, moving on to the cruiserweight division. They call it junior heavyweight. So anybody out there that's, little gems for you, the WBO calls the cruiserweight division junior heavyweight. But you got Lawrence Okolie. He'll be back next week, May 27th. He's facing Chris Billum-Smith. That was his former training partner and all that good shit, so they know each other. That's a pretty decent fight. They fighting in Chris Billum-Smith's hometown in the UK. That should be a good one, though. They know each other well. Richard Rapport is right up there, you know what I'm saying? He said Kovalev and stuck without a fight. Yeah, he's out the rankings, too, so... Well, no, he's not out these rankings, but he was out the last one, the IBF. I don't know what Kovalev got going on. Nobody really want to mess with him right now, it look like. Let me see. So it won't no real changes in this one. Ellis Zorro comes in number 15. He just coming off a victory last weekend on BT Sports, so he entered the new rankings. Albert Ramirez, he's number 10, but he also his last fight was at light heavyweight, so I'm not sure if he's just keeping his options open. You know what I'm saying? If they all call the junior heavyweight, the division will get more buzz. I doubt it because you don't have no Americans. You don't have no Americans. This is a European division. Nobody's really tapping in with this division. It's a hardcore boxing fan division. If you call it that or whatever, if you don't got no Americans and don't got no stars in that shit, ain't nobody gonna mess with it. It don't matter what you call it. Light heavyweight, we got Arthur Beterbiev. He got Callum Smith, looking like August the 19th up in Canada. So that's gonna be an explosive fight right there. That's a WBC mandatory fight. Joshua Buatsi is the new number one. You know what I'm saying? So he just fought May the 6th. He's number one in the WBA as well. Number two in the IBF. And I'm waiting to see when the WBC rankings come out where he's gonna be right there. So he's right there for a world title shot. We'll see what his next move will be. You know what I'm saying? I think he can face Dan Aziz, you know. I wouldn't mind the Leonard Arthur fight. Those are some domestic fights that I think make sense. Gilberto Ramirez, Zerlo, I'm thinking he moving up to cruiserweight. He ain't making 175 no more. Ali Ismailov, he's fighting on the Showbox card June the 9th against Charles Foster. That's going to be a pretty decent fight. So, yeah, that's what it is. Willie Hutchins just had a nice knockout last weekend, so he up in there, number 15. That's what's up. Moving down, super middleweight. Canelo defended his titles versus John Ryder a couple weeks back. That was his WBO mandatory, so look like he's free from that. It won't no changes like that in this weight class, from what I remember. John Ryder comes in number 6. Last month, John Ryder was the interim champion, so they just knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I'm not speaking on just today. I mean, historically, cruiserweight has been seen confusing, but yeah." Yeah, it's just it ain't what it was because there ain't no stars in there. When you had Holyfield, even like in the early 2000s or before we hit 2000 with O'Neal Bell, David Hay, what's the kid from France, Mormick. You had Enzo Macronelli. It was a good division then. Kelvin Davis, you know what I'm saying? But it's still gonna always be like that because it's an in between division. Never be a glamour division. So, Demetrius Andre is still number one. We'll see what he got next. Let's toss about him and Charlo. We'll see. I like Diego Pacheco, number 3. I like him right there. Everybody Yanza, he's fighting June the 1st. He's fighting up in Canada, so he'll be back soon. Edgar Berlanga will be back June 24th versus Quigley. Who else got something coming? Christian and Billy, it's talks about him being on the undercard of Beterbiev and Callum Smith. So yeah, so that's what it is with that. 160, you got Janabek just defending his title versus Stephen Butler. Look like they ain't update the rankings because they still got Stephen Butler up in there, but we know what time it is. That was an easy second round knockout for him. I'm guessing he's going to wait for the winner between Falcao and Gutierrez for the vacant IBF title. And if Falcao win, that should be an easy fight to make for top rank. We got new entry number 9, Fedor Shikazian. He fights with PBC. He comes in at number 9. So that's a good move right there. Let me see. Jaime Munguia got Derevyanchenko. That's a good fight. Munguia versus Derevyanchenko. That's June the 10th. Let me see. Zarafa supposed to fight on the Lara and Danny Garcia undercard, and he got the winner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hay, Cunningham. Yeah, it was some good guys. Troy, the kid, Troy. I forget his last name. I know his first name is Troy. He fought Cunningham. I think he's from Canada. He had some good cruiserweight. It was another one. Wayne something. I forget his name. The dude that had the black guy that had cornrows. That was a good division. Yeah, Adamic was up in there. Huck was in there for a long time. So it ain't really much popping at middleweight. You know what I'm saying? 154, Jamel Charlo, undisputed. And we heard the story about Charlo and Tim Tszyu. The WBO put a deadline for that fight, September the 30th. Of course, Tim Tszyu is going to face Carlos Ocampo. That's June 17th. That's going to be in the U.S. June 18th in the UK, in Australia, but the 17th for us. Now, last month, Ocampo wasn't ranked, You see, they got him in at number 11, so that's what it is. Business, politics, it is what it is. But the fight with Tim Tszyu is pretty good, though. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a good fight. That's gonna be an action-packed fight. I'm looking forward to it. Ocampo, I know you guys might go to Boxing Reg and be like, "Oh, Ocampo's last fight was Fundora." It was actually March 25th. He got a fourth round stoppage victory. It was on YouTube on a Golden Boy show. So he did get a fight in between that, and he's on the same schedule as Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu fought in March as well. So both guys coming off of wins. Josh Kelly had a fight announced today. He's going to face Gabriel Corzo. That's June 24th in the UK. Josh Kelly been coming along since moving up to 54. He had a good victory over Troy Williamson. So he's number 2. That's a nice ranking for him. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how he look against the Argentinian fighter. You know what I'm saying? Danny, he supposed to face Laura August the 5th. Xander Zayas coming back June the 10th. Takashi anyway fought last weekend in the Philippines. Let me see. Number 15, Adriel Holmes. He's fighting on Carissa Shields' undercard. His last 2 fights was on Showbox. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he fought on Showbox his last 2 fights. So that's what it is. All right, moving down to welterweight, we got Terrence Bud Crawford, the WBO champion. His mandatory is Alexis Rocha. Rocha is he's taking another fight. He ain't gonna wait. That's what's up. He's facing the number 10 contender, Anthony Young. So that's a good one. That's gonna be a good fight. That's next week as well. So there's a lot of good fights coming up next week, May 27th. There's a lot of good fights. So that's a good one. Virgil Ortiz come back into the new WBO rankings. We know his fight just got announced with Stanionis, so I'm not sure what this means. Maybe he's keeping his option open, but he's fighting for the WBA regular title. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but he's back in there. You know what I'm saying? He's back in there. Gadashev, the fighter from Uzbekistan, he fights for Matchroom. He's in there. He comes in number 12. Winston Lee in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Let me see. You still got Barrios in there. They dropped Dennis Ugas. He's out. Ugas and Barrios supposed to fight sometime in the summer. And they dropped Keith Thurman. So anybody still holding on hope for Keith to face Bud? It seems like that's out the picture right now. So, yes, sir. We'll see. 140, Josh Taylor is the champion. He got Teofimo Lopez. That's his mandatory. That's June the 10th. You know what I'm saying? It's creeping up on us. I want to see how both guys look, especially Josh Taylor. Been out the ring for a while, injuries and all types of stuff going on. Had to vacate his other 3 titles, facing Teofimo. Teofimo got a lot to prove. Haven't been looking good his last couple fights. So this one should be a good one. Ryan Garcia comes in at number 6. So, we pretty much understand what that is. One of the bigger names and bigger stars in the sport coming off the Tank Davis loss. So they got him in at number 6. So we'll see where route he's going. There's rumors out there that he's going to start training with Derrick James down there in Dallas. So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So hopefully he got something lined up, and we'll see what happens with that. So you still got the usual suspects, Barbosa, Ramirez, those guys, man. I don't know what's going on. Barbosa was trying to get a good fight, then he turned down Liam Parver. He turned down the money. It's crazy type shit. I don't know. Same thing with Ramirez. So I'm not sure what these guys is actually doing. You still got Sando Martin up in there. Richard Hitchens, that's another one. Now, Richard Hitchens is coming back July 15th. They're trying to get Montana Love, but they might not get him. You know what I'm saying? Gregory Carmichael, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Sean McComb, he had a good victory last week. You know what I'm saying? Jack Catterall is coming back next week. He's facing Derek Coley, a southpaw. Now, I expect if he wins and Regis wins against Parvo next month, it'll be Regis and Catterall sometime in the fall. He said, I heard. Yeah, I seen that. That's what's up. We'll see. Have you? I haven't heard. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but we'll see. He supposed to have an announcement. No, I just watched it. It just finished. They had 4 fights, 3 early knockouts, and the main event went the 10 round distance. I just watched that shit. All right, 135. We got Devin Haney and Lomachenko undisputed this weekend. I know everybody ready for that. Lomachenko is a WBO mandatory, so if you guys try to figure out who's next in the rotation for the winner, it won't be the WBO. I know we got Shakur at number 2, but he's also the WBC mandatory. So just to throw that out there. Um, Let me see who got something coming up. So we got a new entry just in time for his big fight. Raymond Mortala coming in at number 12. He got Jeremiah Nakathia. So 12 versus 15. That's a good one. That's going to be a good fight. That's going to open up the pay-per-view this weekend. What's good, Steph? Salute to you. Salute. So I like that. Raymond Mortala can fight, and he's one of the forgotten young guys at 135. I like him. Coming off a gutsy performance. He got dropped in his last fight, came back and dropped the guy twice and stopped him. That's what it is. Angel Ferrero. Now he's talking about fighting Gary Cully. Gary Cully fighting this weekend as well. He's gonna be on the Cade Taylor, Chantel Cameron card. He's been looking good lately. A lot of early knockouts. So look out for Gary Cully. And they're supposed to make him versus Ferrero sometime in the fall, if it all goes well. Pitbull Cruz supposed to face Giovanni Cabrera coming up next. Frank Martin, he said he's coming back July the 15th. Keyshawn supposed to come back either the 22nd or the 29th of July. So we'll see. I'm guessing his opponent is a number 9 guy, Francesco Patera, who is a good, solid lightweight. He's been around for a while. Been around for a long time, actually. So we'll see. We'll see the announcements for that. George Kambosos is supposed to be back on July the 22nd versus Maxie Hughes too. So he's trying to make another run at the title. His fight with Maxie Hughes is an IBF eliminator for the number 2 spot. So some things is cooking. You still got Williams Zepeda. He's looking to come back maybe the end of the summer versus Mauricio Jester. So there's some things shaking there at 135. I like to see Zepeda versus Cruz. Now they go to Woodward PBC. I won't hold my breath on that. Coley and Ellis up there, 147. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to hold my breath on PBC and Gillenwood working together for a while. Based off that shit that happened with Tank and Ryan, it's too much bad energy. Not next anyway. All right, 130. We got Manuel Navarrete. He's the WBO champion at 130. He's you know what I'm saying, got his fingers crossed and hoping and wishing that Oscar Valdez win this weekend versus Blue Nose Lopez. If he wins, we're gonna get Navarrete versus Valdez in the fall. He said I rewatched the playback. Salute to you. 140 looking kind of weak. That's cap. That's not true. That's a false statement. So we'll see. That's a good fight though. Navarrete versus Valdez. Archie Sharp been the mandatory for a long time, but he's having, I don't know what's going on with him. He was a former MTK guy, so I'm not sure. Abel, he fought last weekend, had a dominating performance over William Encarnacion, hometown fight, easy money. So hopefully he get a world title shot sometime. Lamont Rose Jr., he has a purse bid coming up versus Hector Luis Garcia for the WBA. That's May 25th, you know what I'm saying, next week, so stay tuned for that. Leon Wilson is fighting on Tim Tszyu versus Ocampo undercard. He's facing Eduardo Ramirez. So that's gonna be a banging ass fight. You know what I'm saying? He said, we'll see. Nah. You just gotta do your research. You do your research. 140 is one of the best divisions in the boxing. TS Boxing, salute to you. You make your hand. Yeah, I got Haney. Unanimous decision. Let me see. Who got something coming? Oh, well, Henry LeBron should be back June the 10th. Eduardo Nunez just signed with Matchroom, so maybe he gets some smoke. Robertson Cancellaro, he's supposed to fight last weekend on the Janovic show, but he couldn't get his visa in time, so he'll slide to the June 10th card with Taylor and Teofimo. So that's what it is. No, that's you gotta do your research then. You gotta do your research because that shit is like 20 people, 20 fighters deep. 20 fighters deep. Like Akhmadev is probably like the number 14th guy in that division. He can beat the top guys. That's just an example. Even Kenny Sims Jr. Akhmadev might not be in the top 10 if you listen to them real talk. You got a lot of top. You got a chef. Yeah, you got to do your research. Yeah. You know, you gotta come over here, but you gotta come over here loaded, locked and loaded, coming over here. Yeah, no facts. 126. Now this division starting to open up and look good too. You got Robinson Ramirez. He's the new champion. Won his title off Dog Bay April the 1st. He right back in the ring. So, you know, for the guys that like people to stay active, here you go. He's facing the number 12 guy, Shazatoshi Semzu, number 12. He fight him on the undercard of Fulton and anyway. That's a co-main event, so that's good for him. You still got the same usual suspects in this rankings. Now, Joey Gonzalez is the new number 1. We know he gets more chances than a little bit. Maybe he get an opportunity. He fought on that undercard with Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? I like Joey versus Ramirez. I like him versus Ruben Villa, who we seen last weekend, had a good performance. So there's a lot of things they can do. Top rank is kind of heavy at featherweight. They got a good title fight next week with both of their guys, Lopez versus Conlon for the IBF. You know what I'm saying? So they can do some things, mix and match these guys. Nick Ball is fighting next week. I like him. Nick Ball is a tough guy. I love watching him fight. Short guy, like 5'1", 5'2", and he be bringing that smoke. You know what I'm saying? He be bringing that smoke. You got Ray Ford up in there who's making the move. You got the number 14, Kalimov. He's the WBA mandatory. He's a problem. He's like 5'11", southpaw that can punch. Yeah. It's crazy. Villa and Shinsu, that's a good in-house fight. 135 is more top-heavy than 140. Yeah, you got to do the research. 126 became a very underrated division. Yeah, and I ain't talked about Figueroa versus Ray Vargas on the PBC side, supposed to be fighting pretty soon. He said Bob a crook. He offered Devin Haney. He just said, yeah, good promotion. Do your own research. Yeah, you got to do that. You got to. Joel getting way too many chances. Yo, listen. I don't know. But Joel's a good fighter, though. He's solid. He got a good team. He got the same team as Oscar Valdez. But I agree with you. 122, we got Fulton and anyway. That's shit. I know that fight got postponed. It supposed to have been what? It actually supposed to have been May the 7th. Now it's gonna run on July 25th. I can't wait for that shit. That's gonna be crazy. He said I heard Bill say they both were Ben Davidson. Yeah. It is what it is. Money talks. We ain't gonna know nothing. All that stuff is just promotion, guys. It don't really mean nothing. Yeah, he did have a good win. It's just promotion. I won't read too much into none of that shit until after the fight. I won't read for real. I won't read it because there's a lot of shit behind the scenes going on. The WBA talking about they're going to order. They're going to look into ordering Tank versus the winner between Ryan and Ryan Haney and Lomachenko. So they're going to look into it because they want to do the WBA consolidation. So we don't know. It's way too early. These guys is talking. It's promotion. It's fight week. I wouldn't take too much into all this shit. For real. I wouldn't take too much into all this. Yeah, he fought early this morning. Yeah. Hopefully he get a big fight. Give him Aaron Alameda. Yep, that's the one. That's a good fight right there. That's a good fight for him. Easy fight to make. But yeah, that anyway Fulton fight, man, I can't wait for that. Raif Salim, he got Sam Goodman. He gonna go down to Australia for that fight. That's on the Tim Tszyu Ocampo undercard. I like that. Casemiro had a victory, suspect victory, but they gave it to him. He fought the number 10 guy, and that was a close fight. Well, I thought my man won by like a round or two, even with the knockdown. You got Zach still up in there, Dennis McCann. So yeah, man. That fight with Fulton anyway. That shit is crazy. I can't wait for that one. Oh, you're a fan of Joel? Yeah, Joel can fight, man. May 27th. We got 2 million fights. No, just enough fights. Just enough. Will Lopez versus Conlon be the same time as Warrington versus Lara? No, because Warrington not fighting Lara. It's Wood and Lara. You know what I'm saying? So Warrington probably try to get the winner between Lara and Wood. And you also got Lawrence Okoli that night. All those fights in the UK. Yeah, it's 2 million fights, but it's just enough for me. He said, who won the fight? He said, who won for you? I thought the African kid won. Who do you got? I got Fulton. I think it's gonna be a tough fight though. If anyway bring his power up, it's gonna be a long night for Fulton. But Fulton, I think he's more versatile. Just doing the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yeah, anyway bring his power and his speed up. It's gonna be a tough night for Fulton. But Fulton is not one dimensional. He can make you fight. He can fight in the trenches. He can make you fight. He uses long, stiff jab. He can mix it up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. Eric R in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So we got bantamweight. So they didn't update this, as y'all can see. The new bantamweight champion is Jason Maloney. He beat Vincent Astrolabio last weekend. So of course they gotta fix that. So I mean, if you look at it, if you look at the play, they probably drop Astrolabio down. So you'll have Raymart Gaballo probably move up to number 1 spot. Gary Antonio Russell probably move up to 2. So this, y'all see the play right there. So we'll see how they actually do this. You know what I'm saying? But about to get some vacant title fights. Nonil Donaire versus Santiago for the vacant WBC. Tacoma anyway already won his title, his WBA title. What else? WBC, IBF. That's Manny Rodriguez versus Melvin Lopez. So that should be coming up pretty soon. He said Gaballo is a sleeper in that division now. Yeah, he's pretty decent. He can come back off the loss to Donaire. He's a good fighter. He's still young. He come back for sure. Give him a fight. I don't know how they gonna do. I know he's supposed to fight a WBC eliminator. If not, the Gaballo versus Russell makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. He said Fulton should use his size and pressure. Yeah, he can push him back. See what happens. What's holding him back? He's taunting him. He said, wear him down. Yeah, he can try that. That might be a good way to go. Especially if Wesley don't like to fight on the inside. All right, 115. So we got a vacant title fight this weekend on the Haney Lomachenko card. That card pretty decent, as I'm thinking about it. You got Junto Nakatani versus Andrew Maloney. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he haven't fought since. Nope. That's a pretty good fight. I'm looking forward to that, Nakatani versus Maloney. That's going to be on free TV before the pay-per-view starts. So y'all stay tuned for that. Tanaka, I think he got a fight this weekend. But yeah, Tanaka can fight too. You know what I'm saying? He a 3-division world champion. People don't talk about this though, but Tanaka won 3 divisions. I think he won 3 divisions in like 10 fights too. 10 or 11 fights. Everybody say Lomachenko and Carissa, but Tanaka won his shit like that too. Now that makes sense. Nah, for real. That do make sense. I'm with that. That'd be a good fight. Yeah, May 21st. Who was that? That's he already fought? Or May 21st? Oh, that's this week. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I seen that. That's Sunday. Got it. So you got Chocolatito still up in there. I want to see when he gonna come back. I heard a name for him, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We got all right, 112. We got Jesse Bear Rodriguez is the champion, the new champion. You know what I'm saying? He broke his jaw in that fight, so I'm not sure how long he gonna be out. I like of course him versus Sonny Edwards, him versus uh, Julio Cesar Martinez, Dr. Kane. All those guys can unify. I'm cool with. Angelito, and what's his name? Angelino Cordova. He had that good fight with Angel Acosta on the Golden Boy show last month. Yeah, that was a good ass fight. That was a good fight. Maybe he'll get another opportunity. Sandoval is coming back on June the 10th. He's fighting on Munguia's card. Joshua Franco. Yeah, that's his brother. Yeah, Joshua Franco versus Ioka. Rematch is June 24th. Yeah, more good fights coming. Yeah, those brothers for sure. Fizz Alvarado got a fight coming up too. I think he's fighting in Miami. I don't know. I be seeing these guys. I don't remember everything, but I know I seen him. He got a fight coming up. 108. So we got a new number one. Hickey Butler is number one. He's a mandatory in the WBC as well. He's coming off a knockout victory in South Africa. Easy money. We'll see. Jonathan Gonzalez, he's the champion. He said he gonna fight in the U.S. So he probably gonna reschedule the fight with Kenshiro for the 3-belt unification. So maybe he'll take on one of these guys. So we'll see. I know my man Anthony got some names in mind for him. So we'll see. So if that's the case, we'll probably see Kenshiro versus Hickey Butler, the WBC mandatory, at 108. So yes, sir. It's some politics in every division. It's a little politics in every division. KJ the US with Jerusalem. Okay, training wild card. Okay, bet. That's a good look. That's a good look. Alvarado has eliminated. Yeah, he got a fight coming up. Man, I seen that shit today. I forgot where. I think it's like a tune-up because it's versus TBA. So I don't know if you're gonna take this little tune-up and then come back to it. I don't know. Gonzalez versus. Okay, that's a good fight too. I think it'd be Santiago. Yeah. Carlos Gonzalez still supposed to face the Panamanian fighter, Matellion. They supposed to been fought. I think they actually fighting in June up in Argentina. I think it's gonna be a WBA event. You know what I'm saying? And then 105, we got a good fight coming up, world title fight. Jerusalem versus Oscar Collazo, the champion. He just won his title in June. Collazo, he looking like he gonna be a star from Puerto Rico, so that's gonna be a good fight too. I don't think my man wanna just give up his title, his first defense. That's gonna be on the undercard of Rocha versus Anthony Young next week. So it's a good week of boxing for us this week, but next week it's crucial. It's crucial. It's a lot of fights. So yeah, so that's what it is with the WBO rankings. The WBO, let me see what I can say about them. They ain't really that bad as far as their rankings, you know what I'm saying? And actually, I think WBO is the best sanctioned body, like all together. I think they're the best one now. I think they surpassed some of these guys. But nothing really stood out to me too crazy. You know, it's a couple of little small moves that they made that make sense for some fights that's coming up. For example, for the heavyweight division, Zan Kalabuski, he came in at number 13. We all know he got Jared Anderson on July 1st. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? For a French title, a regional title fight. There's a couple of new number ones like Joshua Boaxi. So put himself in position to fight for the world title. I have to point this out too. If Viterbi, he get past Callum Smith. It's a possibility he can be in voluntary stage. You know what I'm saying? We know he's not going to get the Bivol fight. We already know. They're blocking that fight. Now, he could fight his IBF mandatory and Michael Eifert, but he'll be in voluntary stage, I believe, and he can face Joshua Boaxi. Maybe that's a fight if Joshua Boaxi is ready. So I just throw that out there just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because he right there for that. What else? Let me see. John Riley come back into the rankings. You know what I'm saying? After losing to Canelo, Ocampo is in there. They slid him up in there because he got Tim Zook coming up. So it ain't nothing out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Too crazy. Yeah. Ain't nothing too crazy. So that's what it is. You guys can find this. I got this on my website as well, but you can go straight to the WBO website and check it out. Check out the rankings when they come out. You know what I'm saying? He said how many WBA regular champions they still have. Daniel Dubois, heavyweight. David Morrell, super middleweight. Uh, Amanda Stanionis, welterweight. Javante Tank Davis, lightweight. And Eric Rosa, 105. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Coming from where they came from. IBF, yeah, tripping out. He messed them up. He held up the division. He did all that pushing the fight back, pushing fights back, and then he vacated all the titles. I'll never forget when Spence tweeted who had the WA belt when Thurman had the super belt. Oh yeah. Them dudes casuals. I don't know they're talking about should get rid of all those titles. Yeah, they trying to. That's why they may try to make a move to do the lightweight division next. I think after Stanionis and Virgil, and of course they ain't gonna have the fight done already for Spence and Crawford. We already know that. So after that fight, I'm expecting the WA to order Spence versus the winner. I'm expecting that. They trying to consolidate these belts, bro. They got the government on their head. You know what I'm saying? Off that Michael Fox shit. 105, they about to consolidate down there. Those two little guys supposed to fight for the to consolidate pretty soon on the PBC show. So they try to work with lightweight. You know, we already know the last one they're going to finally get to is Canelo because Canelo basically can do whatever he want to do. They ain't trying to piss him off or whatnot. But they get the heavyweight done because the heavyweight got a lot of politics. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be a big one off their back because all the regular titles and interim titles and shit, the heavyweight division been crazy for them. We remember back when they had like a tournament for the interim title with they supposed to have Ortiz and Char and Lucas Brown and all that shit. The WBA regular title at heavyweight is cursed anyway. So they try to get rid of that shit. So hopefully they can do all that. Because I think if they can consolidate all the supers and the regulars, all those fights is good fights. Real good fights. So we'll see. It's about the bread. So yeah, so that's what it is. Y'all guys can check all these rankings on that website for sure. If you guys got any questions and want to follow up, if you want to figure out what division is really good and which not, you know what I'm saying? You can use a bunch of tools for that. You know what I'm saying? Box Rec, of course. You can actually watch the fights. What I do to see, like I said this yesterday, if I'm trying to see who really good fighters, I go to the rankings and I just watch every single fighter in those rankings and see if they really like that. If I'm really going to think they're a threat to the title or something like that. That's what I do. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that helps me though. So when my man was saying that 140 is trash, I was like, oh, 140 ain't that good. It ain't looking good. I was like, what? He tripping. I don't know, bro. I don't even know. If it happens, shit. I'm trying to be in the building. If it don't happen, it is what it is. We got too much boxing to be worrying about that shit. Every other day is some type of subliminal. They done announced like 5 different dates, and then you got people that's like been journalists for like 20-something years, announcing a false date. So if they wrong, how you know what I'm saying? How we supposed to know what's going on really? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. about that. I don't know about that fight. To be honest, I'm kind of past it. To be honest, you know what I'm saying. But I know that fight once it get made, when the fight, if it do get made, it's gonna be a bunch of people. You know, hold on. We ain't gonna be happy about that fight, or we ain't gonna really get excited about that fight until maybe like fight week. When it first happened, we're gonna hear about 60-40. We're gonna hear about Spence two car wrecks, two car accidents. We're gonna hear about Avenesian. We're gonna get this replay all the shit that happened. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna have some saying they don't believe it's gonna happen. They forced Bud to sign the fight. Oh, Al Hammond made Spence sign the fight. You know, we're gonna hear all that bullshit first. They gotta get out their system. And then once we get to fight week and the shit started to get real, you know what I'm saying? You might have some people real nervous. Some people gonna be on suicide watch. You're gonna have to go do a wellness check for some people. Or some, you know what I'm saying? Some is gonna be enjoying that shit. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Me right at this point, I really don't care. I heard it's all because of I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. Privacy. I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about that, but if that's true, shit. Hopefully they can fix it or move on, whatever they're gonna do. But it's all good. But yeah, man, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Feel free to tap in with my social media, scrolling across the bottom. Twitter, at OverJ, Instagram, L Dallas Boxing. That's my time, and I'm out.